Hi everyone, welcome to Free Range Yoga. My name's Kristen. Today we're going to do a summer flow working on lengthening our muscles. So let's get started in child's pose. Come to a tabletop position and then bring your big toes to touch. Bring your knees as wide as the mat, sit your hips towards your heels, extend your hands forward and then bring your head slowly down. Start to take long inhales through your nose. Long exhales out your mouth. Grounding yourself and connecting to your breath. And take one more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale, cat your back and roll forward. Exhale, sink your hips low. Inhale, cat pose. Exhale, cow pose. Inhale, cat pose. Exhale, cow pose. One more, inhale, cat pose. Exhale, cow pose. Inhale, cat pose. This time, curl your toes, lift up, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, send our hips high. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, hips go high. Inhale, roll forward, plank, and then come all the way down to the mat. Release your back toes. Squeeze your legs together. Press your feet into the mat. Lift your kneecaps up and use your back body muscles to lift up for baby cobra. Exhale, extend down to the mat. Curl your rectos. Press up. Downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to meet your hands and come to a wide leg forward fold. Feet are more than hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Let your head hang heavy. Let your tailbone reach up. Let your shoulders be heavy. Let your spine lengthen towards the floor. Release your hands, heel toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back, hands against shins. Exhale, fold. Just hang here for a moment. Going deeper into this pose. Inhale, arms sweep wide and overhead, Urdhva Stasana. And then let your right hand grab your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Pushing your hips towards the left. Inhale, come back to center. Switch your grip. Exhale, side bend to the left. Pushing your hips right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step your right foot back, followed by your left. Downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank. Exhale, come down to the mat. Squeeze your legs together, release your feet. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, extend your heart forward. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step it through, low lunge. I want you to straighten your front leg and bend your back knee and then hop forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, dive your chest forward. Step your left leg back. followed by your right downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank. Exhale, come down to the mat. Release your back toes. Use your back body muscles to lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Step it through, low lunge. Straighten your front leg, bend your back knee. Hop it forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Stasana. Exhale, diving forward, Uttanasana. Same thing, plant your palms, step your right foot back. Followed by your left downward facing dog. Shift forward plank. This time take a chaturanga. Elbows are squeezing in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Chest is pulling through. Kneecaps are lifting. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step it through, low lunge. Straighten your front leg, bend your back knee, hop forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, arms sweep overhead, Urdhva Stasana. Exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana. Step your left leg back, followed by your right downward facing dog. Shift forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows are at 90. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Step it through, low lunge. Straighten your front leg, bend your back knee. Hop forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Stasana. Exhale, dive it forward. This time, plant your palms and you can either jump back to downward dog or chaturanga. Bend your knees generously. Press into your hands, and then if you do chaturanga, please land with your elbows at 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. And take that into your side body. And then slowly come to stillness. Take 3 breaths. Right leg lifts, open up the hip. Kick your heel towards your butt. And then extend that leg long, bring it all the way around to the outside of your right hand. Stay up in lizard pose for a moment. And start to rock back and forth. And then release your knee, release your back toes, and bring your forearms to the mat if that's available for you. Take 2 more breaths. Then place your hands on the mat. Curl your back toes and spin on that back foot, coming into extended side angle. Right knee stacks over right ankle. Right hip is firming underneath you. Lift your hand and then extend it forward. You are one long line from your foot all the way up to your top hand. Now without moving your knee, inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Your torso is facing the side wall. Your arms are extended long. Your shoulders are dropping away. Your gaze is over your front hand. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Take that into a side bend. And then straighten your front leg. Bring your torso forward, reaching forward. Get long and then drop your hand to your shin, ankle, or a block. Turn your chest open and lift your hand. Utthita Trikonasana triangle pose. Lifting both kneecaps up, sending your gaze towards that top thumb. Bring your hands to the mat, back to the inside of that foot, and then look down at your left hand. Push up, side plank on the left. Hips are pulling towards the sky. Breathe here for a moment, and then come back to center. Downward facing dog. Let's take that all over to the left side. Left leg lifts, and then open up your hips. And send your heel towards your butt. Extend that leg long. And then bring that foot around to the outside of your left hand. Stay here for a moment. And then start to shift back and forth. Release your back knee, release your back toes. And come down for lizard pose. Take 3 breaths. Place your hands back on the mat. Curl your back toes and then spin on that foot, pigeon toeing your foot, stacking your knee over your ankle, lift up, extended side angle, twisting your chest open towards the sky. Keep your knee where it's at, lift up, warrior 2. Rebend into that front knee if you moved. Square your torso towards the side wall. Extend your arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior, flipping your front palm, taking that side bend. And then straighten your front leg. Extend your torso forward, reach forward, and then send that length all the way towards the front wall. Lifting up your kneecaps, firming that hip underneath you. Utthita Trikonasana. Take one more breath in this pose. And then circle that top arm overhead, coming down back to that lizard. Look at your right hand. And then stack your feet, coming in to side plank. Take your hand to the mat. Lift up, downward facing dog. Bring your feet to touch, come high on the balls of your feet, bend your knees. Pressing your hands and hop forward. When you get there, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep wide and overhead. Exhale, dive it forward. Bend your knees, plant your palms, and if you'd like, you can jump back to downward dog or chaturanga, landing at 90. Inhale, chest is pulling forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that same flow and just add on a little variation. Right leg lifts, open up your hip, kick your butt. Extend that foot. Bring it all the way around to the outside of your right hand. Look towards the top of your mat, and this time, send your right arm underneath you, bringing your shoulder level with your leg. Look forward and grab that hand with your left. Stay here for a moment. Rooting down through your feet, slightly catting your back. Return your hands to the ground, and then spin on that back foot. Pigeon toe your foot, bending your front knee, lift up. Extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then straighten your front leg. Exhale, send your torso forward. Utthita Trikonasana. Look towards your foot, bring your hand to your hip. And bend that front knee. Lift up. Stacking your hips. Bringing that hand just a foot in front of your standing leg. Lift up your kneecap and then lift up your top arm. If you'd like, and start to reach back. You can bend into your standing knee if you'd like. Grab that back foot. Re-straighten for sugarcane pose. Keep breathing. Extend your foot, release. Step back. Warrior two. Circle your hands to the inside of your front foot. Look at your left palm. Lift up. Side plank. Come back to center. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's take it all over to the other side. Left leg lifts. Stack your hips. And then start to send that foot towards your butt. Circle your foot to the outside of your left hand. And then find your stability here. Pressing through your feet. Look towards the top of your mat. Take your shoulder a little bit down and then wrap your arm underneath. Clasping it with your right hand. Keep that back leg straight. Breathe here for a moment. Release your hands to the mat. Pivot that back toe. Bend into your front knee and then lift up. Extended side angle. Send your gaze towards the sky. Lift up, warrior two. Rebend into your front knee. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. And then straighten your leg. Send your torso forward. Utthita Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Firming that hip underneath you. Sending your gaze towards the top thumb. Keeping your spine long. Take your hand to your hip. Start to look forward and hop to Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon pose. Stacking your hips. Rooting down through the heel of your standing leg. Lift your top arm. And start to reach back. You can bend into your standing knee if you'd like. And then re-extend your leg for sugar cane. Keep pressing to the heel of that standing foot. Release your leg and your arm. Slowly and with control, step back. Warrior two. Circle your arms towards the mat. And then look at your right palm and lift up into side plank on the right. Don't forget to laugh at yourself a little bit. Circle your hand to the mat. Step back. Lifting your hips high. Come to tabletop. Knees come as wide as the mat. Big toes to touch. Extend your arms forward. Head comes down to the mat. Take a few breaths. Slowly lift up. Downward facing dog. And this time we're going to come high on the balls of our feet. Then stack our foot on top of our left. Lifting up for side plank on the left. Bring that right foot up. And then look at your hand and step your foot next to your hand. Slowly bringing your arms up. Releasing your back toes, Anjaneyasana. Bring your hands down to the mat and then around to the side. Spin on your back foot, coming into Skandasana. Take your hands to your third eye, power your feet up. And then send your fingertips towards the mat. Extend your chest forward, get long in your spine. Come all the way down. Wide leg forward fold. Tucking your chin into your chest. Walk your hands in line with your feet as much as you can. And chaturanga your arms. Inhale, come up to your fingertips. And then walk towards the top of the mat. Low lunge, step back, downward facing dog. Let's do that again on the other side. Come high on the balls of your feet and then shift over. Side plank on the right. Lift up your left foot. Look at your hand and then slowly bring your arms forward, releasing your back knee and toes. Lift up Anjaneyasana. Circling your hands to the mat. Walk your hands around. Spin on your back foot. Skandasana. Take your hands to your third eye. Power up through your legs to lift up for a wide leg forward fold. Take your fingertips to the mat. Extend your chest forward. Lifting your kneecaps up. Letting your spine go long. And slowly come up to your fingertips. Walk yourself to the top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Take your knees wide on the mat. Sit back, child's pose. Slowly come up. Cross your ankles, come to sit on your butt, and then take your butt to the middle of the mat. Extend your arms forward and come all the way down. You're going to hug your knees into your chest. And then take your arms out on into a T, shins parallel with the mat. Take your legs all the way over to the right. Come back up. And then take your legs all the way over to the left. Keeping your shoulders on the mat. Using a block or a pillow if you need. And bring your legs up. Hug your knees into your chest and then grab the outer edges of your feet. Coming into happy baby. Pulling your knees towards your armpits. Massaging your lower back. You can rock side to side. Massaging your lower belly. You can extend one leg and then the other. Whatever feels good for you today. Hug your knees into your chest and then extend your legs long. And prepare yourself for Shavasana. Maybe you need to move your hair out of the way. Take your arms long. Close down your eyes. Feeling all the good things you did for yourself today. And rest here for a moment. I'll cue you out. And start to bring awareness back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes and rock your head from side to side. Bend your knees and then roll over to the side of your choice, cradling your head. And then push yourself up to a seated position. Getting long in your spine, bringing your hands to heart center. Take a long inhale through your nose. Long exhale out your mouth. Thank you for joining my practice today. So happy to do this flow for you. If you like it, hit like, subscribe, comment. See you again, friends. Namaste.